Hello everyone, my name is Andre and we are back with another footage video. Today we'll be looking at ranked and this time I will be in Mythic trying to get out. We have gem grab. The first thing I'm seeing is a bunch of walls here, so I'm thinking with the brawlers I have, maybe I'll play Ali, maybe some Hank. I would like to ban Barry because Barry is very annoying. He's like shoot past walls and I'm not dealing with that. I want to do something where I can be aggressive, so I'm thinking Alley or Surge. But then Surge is banned, so here I'm gonna be thinking of playing, not Draco. He picks Tara, so instead of Alley, I decided to pick something with a little more health. First pick, I chose to go, as we can see here, I chose to go Hank here. I pick Hank because Tara's will try to use her gadget with three of her entities trying to come out. And for me, I thought that having Hank, I would be able to attack all of them at once, and it will be a good counter. My teammate picks Penny, which is all right, but it's kind of redundant with Hank. They pick Crow and Colette to counter me, and then my teammate picks Otis. So let's pause it here. Looking at draft here, first pick Hank was definitely not the best pick, but it was a pick nonetheless. My teammates picks two brawlers that pretty much, kind of redundant in a sense. Penny is going to deal with multi-targets, but I do that. Just she's not the best pick. And then they pick Crow and Colette. Crow and Colette both counters me completely. The best pick in this scenario would have been probably Edgar. Okay, so Edgar was banned. I would have picked Allie because she'll be able to jump over many of her things. And yeah, let's get to it. Starting off right now, I'm gonna go to the left lane because I have many more walls here, and as we can see here, the crow is here, which I can peek through the walls here, and he comes out for some reason. I do the 4.2k damage to kill him. As you can see, my teammates are getting smoked on the side here. Let's get to here. So, the Tara's doing stuff, and I'm just up here getting a nice full super on the Colette's super. I'm just in a great position to just wall peek them and do some damage. As you can see here, I am pretty much terrorizing the entire team. I'm gonna heal, gonna fall back just a bit to go after the Colette. I know the crow is somewhere in there, so I'm gonna snipe him, and now I can come over here, pressure him, and there we go. I'm gonna hold this wall position here and try and heal more. The Colette's getting tapped. He gets hit on me, so I'm gonna have to attack. Just, sunk cost fallacy. Great snipe, double snipe there. I'm gonna get supered here, and then my teammate luckily is here to support me. Not really. One of them dies. But the other team for some reason does not pick up the gem. And I'm able to, get a good snipe there, chase down the Colette, and don't get it. Does not get it, but get the Tara. They're kind of pushing us back. I'm gonna pick up the gems. And seeing the crows in our territory, I can just hit them immediately. Since Colette has the hypercharge super, I'm gonna stay back just a bit. He misses it completely. I get a good snipe on him, and the penny kills him. As we can see here, I can now push up, try and get the gems. They can't do anything. And this Colette doesn't have the super yet, and I can just kill her. We have it. Just a good game. Good first game overall. Nice super by the Otis. And now we can just, save it. You can't assume everything, so just know that there's a chance we may not have one. Oh, I just realized this crow's a great content creator. That's sick. I'm gonna go on the same lane here, but then, I see there's no Colette, which means the Colette's in the bush. So I'm gonna get hypnotized here. I don't want to face the Colette. Oh, okay, I did not want to face the Colette, so I'm gonna push up here and kill the Tara. Otis probably should have went on the Colette lane, but now I'm just gonna be here, and I'm gonna start getting pinched by this Tara. Yeah, right here, and I'm kinda in a bad position. Stop. All right, let's stop this position. You see anything wrong with our team? So I'm here. This is an alright position. I have these three walls. See my two teammates? Yes, they're behind. They're both bunched up and behind here. And why is that bad? Well, here's the problem. Tara has three projectiles which can deal group damage. The Crow has multiple projectiles that can hit groups. So them being in a group here, it's giving the other team a lot of value just by shooting an ammo clip. What they should have done is that Penny should walk up through this bush to try and pinch this crow. The Otis should try and stay in the middle and try and pressure this Colette. He is around the same range as the Colette and should be able to, try and put more pressure here. Meanwhile, for me, my entire goal is to stay behind walls and pick and like deal some damage to the other team. So don't do this. They're stuck here, and now the Otis gonna try. It doesn't miss. Okay, wait. We gotta review this. The Otis comes over. Great line of path with the Tara, but does not finish her off. And instead, here, Tara here, Colette there. So who does he shoot? Well, he's gonna shoot between them. It doesn't work. And not only that, he has 4 gems. And so he is going to give all of that gems to the other team. And now we're down 0-7. It's going to be a tough match. I'm in a very bad position. I'm going to have to fall back so the Tara does not kill me. And as we can see here, I'm gonna try and go after the Colette. I'm gonna try and walk over here, but that was a great gadget by the Colette, and I can attack. This Crow's gonna try and bunch me, but he overextends, so I can get him. And now I'm gonna try and heal up again. This Tara now figures out where I am. I can walk over, kill the Tara to reset everything. But here, I was not fast enough with my super, so I die. And it's quite over for us. At this point, I mean, unless all of them make the mistake of going after us, we're not going to win. I get a good tap on the Colette, but it's not enough. I can't get up there fast enough. The Crow is able to tap me, and we lose. Going to the third match, since I knew the Colette was going to go after the left lane, I decided to go switch and go on the right lane. I think the Penny had the same idea here. At this point, I'm going to have to go after the Crow, which I can kind of do. I get a good tap. He extends yet again, which is kind of like a bad thing that Mythic players here do. I'm gonna stay in this bush and trying to go after the team. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm coming down here, getting a nice good pinch on all of them. What my teammates should do is try and pressure them more and go after them. I don't know why the Otis is coming back. The Colette is at 2000 health. He should be able to come over here and go after the Colette. Instead, I'm getting beaten up by these two, so I'm gonna have to get behind the wall here. And the Colette finally dies, and I get a good kill here. So here we're just gonna wait, and once I get full health, I'm gonna shield up and gonna go here. Tara misses the super, and I'm able to go here. As you can see, we have a bad snipe. We have the lead, 7-1. We should be able to win. But there's a bad pinch here. I'm not able to attack, and we're gonna go 6-3. It's still winnable. But then the Crow gets a nice kill on the Otis, and I kind of had to come over here and pick up the gems, even though I should not be holding the gems. So here we're getting pushed back a ton. The Otis gets killed by the Tara, and I'm gonna have to come over here. But I know, in the sense of mind, I knew the Tara was gonna come here, and you see here, she has the super. I know I'm cooked. And the only way that we could possibly do is if the Otis comes over and tries to help me. But unfortunately, he misses, which isn't his fault. We're still in a fine position to go. It's 7-0. It's 7-8 now, and I can tell the Colette was gonna hyper here, and it falls apart here because 14 seconds, we can't do anything but to go after them, and unfortunately, the Tara will get the hyper super upon me, and I'm spamming the super button, but it does not work. My teammates, for some reason, chose to go after the Tara here because she picked up the 7 gems. What they should have done is go after the Colette, who has 10 gems. Because even if they kill the Tara, they're not going to reset the timer. And not only that, now the Crow is coming over here. So me dying drags the Crow to me. That should leave an opening for the Otis to come over and go after the Colette. Same thing with the Penny, being slightly slower. But they don't, and instead, they get hit by both Tara and the Crow. The Otis dies, the Penny dies, and at this point, there's no way we're gonna win. And that's game. My teammates gonna have to figure out why they lost. It wasn't gameplay issue per se, it was more game sense. You want to go after the Colette, you want to be positioned somewhere better. You want to go after you have to pinch the opponents when they're in our spawn. So even if the other team did not have as good of a stats, they still won because they were positioned better and they played for the objectives. I get double kudos because I don't know, maybe both my teammates thought I was bad, or maybe the other team thought I was good. I probably and definitely could have played a better brawler, but the Hank was not a bad pick. It was just a bad loss. I hope you learned something from this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.